I watched Obsession last night. What a nice guy, man. At least, at least that's what I think right now. Not a, not a bad horror movie. Not gonna lie to you. It's a shame it didn't get more recognition last year. Um, but that movie was hilarious. It had a way of inputting comedy without removing you from the horror, which is what I like the most about this movie. But yeah, if you haven't seen Obsession, it's a psychological horror movie about essentially this guy. He's obsessed with this lady, and he wants her to be just as obsessed as he is about her with him. And in order for that to happen, he has to make a wish upon a willow. And he found this willow in some sort of shop, this some sort of magical shop. It just goes downhill from there. It goes downhill from in there. Poor guy. Nice guy, nice dude, nice guy. Before he became, before he got that one wish in his hand, then it's just like, okay, everything goes out the window then, huh? But hi, I'm Alex. By the way, this is the reaction channel. If you didn't know, if you're new here, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Let's get it back to it.
Maybe you should know that I would choose you over everything. No, no, stop. Okay, that was cringy. Oh my god, I knew it. Wait what you want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, so the movie starts out in the some sort of diner between the main character Bear and his friend. I forgot his friend's name. Doesn't matter really. But they're in the diner and Bear is talking to a waitress, trying to confess his love towards this waitress in a means to like act out how he would say this to the woman that he actually likes, which just so happens to be the spoiler alert, just so happens to be who his friend has been talking to off and on apparently. Which is very interesting. I didn't find that out until after I watched the movie, and then I watched a couple of other reviews, and then I was like, "Whoa, oh, well, damn, okay, that makes sense." But no, I forgot. It's actually in the movie. There's so many things I forgot about this movie. I was laughing my ass off through a lot of except for like the really serious moments. Especially the sex scene, the first sex scene. That moment is that's traumatizing right there. That the horror lies in those scenes. That scene, and then I originally had a take for the ending of this movie, but after I've given it some time, I do appreciate the ending that was chosen for this movie because of the perspective that it gives for horror in general, for the terrifying, for the dreadful, for the nightmare. Which there's also another scene, not too long after the first scene in the coffee shop or the diner, but we'll get to that in a second. Oh no, not the kitten. That's how we starting off.
Sandy?
Uh-oh, he's doom scrolling. Setting himself up, going in bed, doom scrolling, setting himself up for failure.
Oh.
This nigga cat died, and as soon as he pick up the phone, she ain't even ask, hey, how you doing today? Yo, you're so lucky. Today was awful for me. Like, nigga, I would have hung up so quick on her. Okay, so after the diner scene, the immediate next shot is his pet cat, dead on the floor. Which the cat had gotten into some pills somehow, and essentially OD'd, which is I didn't realize how many times this movie used foreshadowing in it, because that's, you'll know why later. Because I do say, like, I hope he gets what's coming to him. In a way he does, but in a way he doesn't. That's unsatisfactory for me, which is part of the reason why I don't like the ending. But because I believe he deserved more. I believe he deserves more torture after everything that he's done. It feels like he kind of got the easy out in this movie, and I don't like any second of it. But that's kind of what's horrifying about it, because like in real life, there are men who get the easy out after doing some really terrible shit. But after he picks up the cat, he does what he needs to do, cleans up. I'm assuming he buries it. Doesn't show a shot of him burying the cat or not. But for some reason, what I do know is that the cat is somewhere reachable, because later on in the movie, matter of fact, let's keep watching. And another thing, there's another shot of after, like, he's laying in bed and he gets the phone call from, I believe her name is Amy, because there's Amy and then there's Sarah. He gets a call from Amy, and she's telling him that she put in her 2 weeks, and so she's about to leave or whatever. And then there's a shot of him looking at the clock, and it's one of those cat clocks with the eyes moving back and forth and the tail moving back and forth or whatever. And then, cause like in the diner scene, his friend told him that he had nothing but time, that he can wait. Remind you that this is the same friend that's in a relationship with Amy off and on for like the past 2 years, I believe, is what Sarah said. And I just want to talk about how that's a really great shot, and another like way of how, like showing how layered this movie is. One Wish Willow, Voodoo Dolls. What the hell is this store? It's like a hoodoo store, a witchcraft store. Is that a real thing? Is that a dildo?
People complaining about
Well, they're kind of like collectibles, so some people don't have them, but people do,
Was that a is that a hothouse cucumber? What the hell is that behind them candles?
Man, drop her off on the way.
I can take you home. You're a real.
All right, so right after because the last shot of the cat clock, in Bear's bedroom, they are headed to the bar. They're at a bar. Him, his friend, Amy and Sarah, real chill vibes for the night. You know what I'm saying? Sarah's talking about how she's leaving. Amy's talking about how she's leaving, if I remember correctly. So there's a moment, like, while they're at the table, Bear's hinting at his friend, like, how he wants to tell her how he feels, and then, she sees them two making, like, these gestures at each other, just using their mouths and, not really saying anything, just, like, gesturing, like, yeah, I want to tell her, but, not saying, dude, let her go. And then right after that, they head up, to the bar, to, like, the actual counter, to get some drinks for the table, and he offers to pay or whatever. She's like, you don't really have to do that. And then he insists, and then he's trying to get it out and tell her how he feels or whatever. But like right as it feels like he's about to say it is when his friend walks up, and then like he kind of gets embarrassed about the whole situation, so he like pushes it off, and then she's like, he cuts off them having a conversation, and then she was like, "Oh, you were gonna say something," and he's just like, uh, and he stalls out. She walks away. He walks. No, she doesn't walk away. The other friend, Sarah, she walks up, and then she's talking about how everybody's at the bar. How everybody convened there, and just left her at the table by herself, which is fucked up. Okay. And then after this part, they head outside, and they're getting ready to go home. Amy needs a ride. Bear offers to take her home, which it seems pretty cool right there. But then there's I think it's like a homeless person sitting by the wall that she gives money to, and he just stares at her the entire time with this real creepy look on his face. I get it. To him, it's like what a dream. I this is my chance to get to tell my crush how I really feel. And there's this music playing in the background, and then it cuts to them in the car. Not long after the music starts playing. Oh, and there was also there was one moment where like after like when they were standing at the bar before it cuts to them being outside, it was just him and Sarah there because Amy and the other guy had left. I think his name is Ethan. Had left, and then that's when he finally because she was like, "What's wrong?" And then he was like, "Oh, Sandy died." And then she hugs him, tries to make him feel better, and then he hugs her, but he doesn't hug her. Like his hands just hover over her, like he can't hug her for some reason, which is very weird to me. This was when things started to like really show like, oh yeah, I believe he's gonna be the antagonist. I already knew coming into the movie, like the movie about obsession, like what, because who's really the obsessed one here? Who's really the villain here? I knew that coming into it, and so I was looking for the moment where it starts to like really show like this dude really has an issue, and he's trying to put that issue on someone else at the same time, so that way he feels better about his issue. Is how I look at it.
I mean, it's just a job, Nikki.
Yeah, well, I want to write.
I mean, you are.
No, I feel like I need a big life change. I'm not feeling love, and I want to feel love. I want to bring the story to life.
Love.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a romance.
No, it's not a romance. It's a love story.
Ooh.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. No. Poor guy.
You're the only person that I get.
Of course it isn't, but he doesn't understand that. He doesn't know that, unfortunately. Which is a huge problem. It's a huge problem, huge red flag. If I were her, I would have never ridden in the car with this guy ever again after this. But unfortunately, she didn't get the luxury of that choice. Because everything just starts going. The moment she got in the car with this nigga is the moment everything started going downhill for her. That's the moment everything started going, which is insane. I'm talking about 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the film, and like it's over. Like it's over, and it sucks. It really does. It really does.
Nikki, wait.
What?
I was gonna ask you,
Damn. She don't fuck with you like that, dog.
I lost my
The
train of
same
thought.
way you fuck with Sarah is how she fuck with you.
Hey,
If you haven't
do you remember
realized,
in Mr.
Buckaroo.
Randall's class?
You know what he needs? This guy needs a trip to Love Island.
Much wrong.
That's what he needs. He'll feel so much better there. So now we pull up to Amy's house. Man, I hope I get their name right. We pull up to Amy's house and they're chit chatting, and she brings up Sarah and letting him know that she was asking about him all day and wanted to know, how he feels about her, how he feels about Sarah. And he's just like, Sarah, I look at her like a friend. And she was like, oh, okay. And then, he, reminded her that he has a gift for her. And then he kind of forgets because he starts like going off into, this whole spiel about how he likes her or whatever without really saying that he likes her. She gets out the car. She, says good night, thanks for dropping me off, bitch ass nigga. she should have slipped that in there. Thanks for dropping me off, bitch ass nigga. And then as she's walking away, he like stops her and he's like, see you later, freaky Nikki. And then she stops right there in the track. She turns around and she, has this look on her face like, I can't believe you just said that. What did you just call me? And he said, freaky Nikki. And it's her name Nikki? Okay. Her name's Nikki. Why did I think her name was Amy? And she comes back to the car and then she asks him, she's like, do you like me? Like deadpan straight at, like looking dead at him. And he's just like, he can't even bring himself to say that he does. And then she walks away or whatever. And then he pulls out the one willow. He pulls out the one willow wand. And, this is where things start to go.
I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the fucking world.
Here we go. Here she comes. All right, so after the whole car scene, after he breaks the willow branch and she does, she starts the obsession, and lying about how her father is sick and how she doesn't want to be alone, talking about his cat as well, bringing the cat into the situation, which I part of me believes like that cat is soul tied to her as well. Somehow. I don't know how, but it's something. A part of me wants to believe that, but I know that's just me looking into it too deep. But if there was a way to reassure that thought in the writer's room, I would have done that for sure. But after that, they go back to his place. And she's in bed, and then he gets in bed, and then she starts to kiss him, and then she realized like that this is the moment where she switched back to her real self and realized like what she's doing, and it's honestly it's my favorite jump scare of the movie. It's dead ass my favorite jump scare of the entire movie, because I feel like that's the only moment where he felt as terrified as she has. It doesn't even feel like he has any empathy or apathy for her, reassuring the claims of him being the antagonist. And apparently, after the video, which shout out to what's her name, Kenny JD. Like most of my thoughts are honestly the same thoughts that she has, except for maybe how the ending is. I don't remember what she thought about the ending. For the most part, I agree with what she says about the movie. It just, there are bear apologists apparently, and you niggas are part of the problem, and you need to be. I don't want to say exterminated, but like I said, I'm more of a fan of torture over extermination. So yeah, you're in that category. You're on the list. And you're welcome.
I'm just
Bro, get the fuck out of no, it's I don't know what you did, bro. But whatever you set in motion, you're gonna have to unset it. But I don't think you have the capabilities of doing that. My point. I feel like that may be a moment of foreshadowing. Yes. It was a moment of foreshadowing. I can confirm that it was. Go ahead and continue. Yeah, man, it's not real. Go to sleep. You're fine, brother. Maybe it was just a one night thing. Maybe you're good now, pal.
Oh no! No, you're supposed to like it. It's a memorial.
Oh, it's just a memorial, dog.
It's fucked up.
What's he tripping about? It's just a memorial.
Why would think that'd be good?
Why would it be bad?
Really?
So they're in the record shop, and well, record shop, band store. Bear and Ethan are talking in the back, and Ethan's trying to figure out what happened last night, and the whole time Sarah's staring at them, which is to me hysterical, because he turns around and realizes that she's staring, and she just smiles, and then he turns back around, and they finish their conversation. They're still talking the entire time. This shot is the shot is the same, and you can just see her back there staring the entire time, which is it's hilarious to be. Yeah, I just want to say that this is where like you fit in the comedy, which is it really is genius to be able to fit the comedy in here. I wonder if that was like intentionally kind of. I don't know if it's me or if it's like as someone like as a writer you write moments like this to be sort of comedic because it's kind of a dark comedy in a sense, and it's good. It's real good. I love those moments like this. Like I started feeding into the narrative of like her obsession whenever it like freaks him out. I love feeding into that, like making him look like the weirdo because he's the weirdo in this situation. And this is what I'll be talking about weirdos out there. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about how her staring at them the entire time was just hilarious.
Bye, guys. See ya.
I hope she don't kill this nigga, bro. I got a feeling this nigga's gonna die. I have pretty good instincts when it comes to horror movies. He does indeed die, but how he dies is crazy.
She was staring at me.
Yeah, he was definitely yes.
Let me just call her.
Is that her right there? And see, and that's one thing people, I recognize a lot of people do whenever they watch horror movies. They're so focused on the foreground, but the background tells a lot of the story when it comes to horror movies. I hope that like a lot of people who watch this horror movie realize that like a lot of stuff does happen in the background of horror movies that play an essential role to the dread. Unless you got a movie like Sinners, which the horror is like it's more in your face than like what's happening behind you or what's happening around you. It's more like in your face horror versus and kind of like historical horror with Sinners. But I also have another take about this movie versus Sinners that I'll talk about towards the end.
Hey,
I had to shower and
Nigga, shut the door.
I'm really
Nigga,
sorry
shut
about
the
last
door.
night.
Nikki, I didn't know you were on drugs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
You're not saying what?
You took advantage of me.
I don't think
Oh
I
boy.
didn't.
I know. That's why I'm saying you didn't. I know you like me, Bear.
Nigga, shut the door. God damn.
Do you have feelings for me?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
You're my little food critic. What's the verdict on this bread?
This bread?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Profound.
that'll be $100. I looked into Nikki's dad having cancer, and he's healthy as a baby. He's been to work like every day.
So about this point in the movie, it's like I'm kind of like I'm over this nigga. I'm so over this nigga like being delusional to what he's done. You know? Like just complete delusion to what he's done. And like this entire time like they go through this whole like montage of them having happy moments or what seems like happy moments that are just like it's all fake, and to him this is probably the best time of his life, but the moment where things start to you start not being okay is when you realize that she lied about her dad not being sick, about her dad being sick. Like, nigga, I just have no, I have zero. Like, I lost the moment he broke that willow wand. I lost. I had no empathy for him. Before that, things he had an opportunity of like shit not hitting the fan, but he couldn't. I guess he just liked the way it flings itself onto the walls. I guess that's just his character. Man, what a great horror movie. Obsession is really a really good horror movie. So this is around the point where I've just given up on this nigga. So I just started going into like whatever she wants to do to this nigga from here on out. I'm for it, 100%, 100%. Whatever she decides to do to this nigga, yeah, do it, do it. It's done. It's done already.
Nikki said she just thought of you like her little brother, or and she like friend zoned you. And look, that may suck to hear, but I just think you gotta know because I don't know. I think she has some kind of ill intentions or something freaking mental is going on, man.
One more thing: the moment he goes back to that table after talking with his friend, I think he realized like, yo, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. He doesn't know what he's done, and he doesn't know how to get out of it, and he thinks he's dead, which is good. You should feel that way. You should.
It's a tiger's eye.
Wow.
It was
Yeah,
my
you're
mom's,
along.
and then
You're
it was
along for the
mine.
ride now, pal.
It's also from you, confidence and willpower. So
Does your dad really have cancer?
matter.
Oh man. Yeah, man. You fucking idiot.
Does it matter to me?
It's amazing movie.
This dude's sick. I hope he gets what's coming to him.
Nikki,
Oh
what are you doing?
shit. So right after the horrific sex scene, terrifying sex scene. I didn't know a sex scene could be more terrifying. I think it's possible, but I haven't seen it yet. There are a lot of snuff films out there, so yeah, I stay away from that type of horror. Right after that scene, it goes into like one of my. I love when like the obsessed side of her is like showing like being playful. It's like some of my favorite moments in this movie. I love it. I love it. Where she becomes kind of like childish. She even becomes like in like right after that scene, she becomes like kind of like cat like, which is which is why I think like the cat is like soul tied to this entity through that wish, because maybe like the cat's soul is like lingering in the house or something like that, and maybe that ritual that she did is part of it, you know. But this is one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie.
Go back to bed?
Nikki, she just want to watch you sleep. He's straight, I think. This nigga's fucking screwed.
Nikki!
She's just a plant.
Where's Sandy? Okay.
But by this point, by this point in the by this point in watching the movie, I'm a little zooted here. Uh, So pardon the level of my eyelids.
Oh, God, I'm gonna miss you. What should we schedule today?
No, just enjoy your day off.
Maybe I can pop by.
No, just make yourself at home.
Love you. Bye, Bear.
No way.
Cat? What's that mean? That is so fucking weird. Bear, what's that mean?
Bro only read one.
Hello? Hey. What's up? Is this One Wish Willow? Calling to see if there's a way I can alter a wish? I can't cancel your wish. No. It's okay to keep the. I just want to know if I can like alter it a little. I'm sorry, we don't really do that. No? Yeah, it's real. No, I know that. Is her love real? Just because you feel this for her doesn't make it less real.
Oh my god.
Okay, then I would like to cancel. Like to file a cancel request? Yes, cancel request. What? You were just
So this next scene is probably the funniest scene to me in the entire movie. Just because my experience with customer service is all. So he's in the car after talking with Ian about how crazy everything looks, how he's taking advantage of her, and of course with his situationship with her, he may be a little jealous about it, but that aside, after that, he's in the car. He gets invited to a guy's night that Ian's throwing, but he wants to go alone. He doesn't. Ian doesn't want both of them there. So he's in the car. He talks in the mirror, trying to convince him, trying to talk to himself in the mirror, like how he wants to speak to her and let her know that he's gonna go alone. And then he remembers that he has the box of for the One Wish Willow. He turns the box around, realizes there's a number, calls the number, and he tries to cancel the wish, or he really just wants to alter it. Like he likes that she's obsessed, but he doesn't want her to be too obsessed. You know what I'm saying? So that I already know where he's going with that. But the guy's just like, yeah, no, that's not really how it works. Would you like to cancel your wish? And he's like, yeah. He was like, okay, well then we got to put in a cancel request. And then that just took me off, because that's how it is with like any subscription service, especially for like a gym. Like if you get like a subscription for a gym, you're never gonna be able to cancel that. You just might as well get a whole new card. But yeah, I just want to say this is probably the funniest scene to me, just because of how relatable it is.
What can I do then? God, wish would go away. You sure there's nothing else I can do? Yeah, as long as you live. Sounds to me like you have a moral obligation to be there for her.
At all times. So before we go into this next scene, I just want to bring up that this next scene is oh my god, this is such a good horror movie. I really think this movie would have had way more impact on people if it was released around Father's Day in 2025. This is a 2025 movie when it was released. The movie should have released around Father's Day, and I really, 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 really think it would have had a much larger impact, because it's like you have something great here, and then the timing of when it's released just can add another boost to it. that I think if it was released around Father's Day, it would have took it to a whole nother level. It would have took it to a whole nother level. That's my not hot take, but that's my cold take rather than September. That it like there isn't really anything there to like because if this releases around a holiday, like that's like that ingrains more of a memory of this film for you during that time. Like imagine this dropped on Father's Day in 2025. People would you remember Father's Day 2025 Obsession release? Like that like narrative driven for like probably decades, you could say. Probably decades. This honestly, this might be a horror classic actually. Obsession is probably a horror classic. Just with like oh my god. Oh my god. There's some lore behind that one Willow's thing. One.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
What happened?
What?
What the fuck happened?
Bro.
I don't know what to do. Do you need like a
Oh,
um?
God,
It's okay.
This is another one of my favorite scenes after like it really does feel like the real Nikki does show up when she starts crying and then she yells at him like I am Nikki, I am being Nikki. Like I think wholeheartedly like when she was crying right there, that was the real Nikki crying and like just not knowing what to do in this situation. And then where she says I love you in every reality, and that's why it was like a reality breaking one willow wand or whatever or a wish it was what it was. And then which my favorite visually I'll say that one more time. Visually, my favorite moment of horror is when she does that backwards walk thing. That's fucking terrifying. That's terrifying. If that ever happened in real life, that would I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody did that in real life. Outside of like doing the what's the dance, doing the reverse shit. Outside of that, but she like started talking backwards and stuff like literally feels like she's breaking reality by reversing time while time is still moving forward. This nigga's terrified. I'm terrified for him, and this is the only moment where I felt terrified with him. Outside of that, I don't feel bad for the guy at all. But that was my favorite visual moment of horror. A reality breaking Willow, my nigga? Oh, yeah. Good job reading that fine print.
For yourself tonight.
Get you every time.
Be so bad. So bad about being with
just kill me. Please, 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 please.
Okay, so at this point in the movie, I'm a little looking back on it at the point in time. I really did feel this way. He should have went to the party without her. Uh, Even given what she said, what she would do if he did go and left her there alone. And then when he left the house before going in to talking with Sarah in the car, I also think he should have did what she asked him to do then. Part of me does. Part of me thinks that he should have, but another part of me does agree with the ending that they went. This is why I keep going back to the ending because it's so essential to like wrapping up the movie tightly. And I still do think the ending it's the proper ending because of what my thing is like I always watch the credits and watch like to see if there's like a scene after the credits because sometimes there is, and there wasn't this time, which made me a little upset because what I think Nikki should do next based on the ending, um, because we'll get there. We'll get there.
Really told many people this, but Dad is dying. So it's creepy.
Isn't she like not close with him at all? Okay, so I wrote my letter.
Your letter from Luther?
Yeah, my last chance. Figured we could put it together.
Open this thing or?
I just want to say what I'm gonna reiterate this again. This movie would have hit so much harder if it released on Father's Day. It would have released. It would have hit another stratosphere if it released on Father's Day. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. There's nothing that's gonna come out that'll prove that otherwise.
Oh. I mean, I was to your left.
What?
The game.
Oh.
To your left.
Okay,
Oh, you're
this shit is insane. Obsession. OBSESSION. What the fuck? I started to misspell upset. I did misspell it. I was about to start using my name as the last name, which just made me hilarious because that's all I've been doing. Like that's my whole shtick. That's my whole shtick is replacing the like the TION or the SION of like a word and like just putting my name in there. That's how I came up with the name for this channel and the name for the Action Spawn channel. So that's why I started laughing so hard about that. Damn. This reminds me of Silent Hill. Speaking of Silent Hill, this could be a game easily. I could see this being a game. I could see this being a horror game. I mean, they made Backrooms a horror movie, so I mean, why not make Obsession a horror game? They could definitely. I mean, they're turning Hellraiser into a horror game, so you could definitely turn Obsession into a horror game. But it would take someone who knows psychological horror and how to develop that type of game. And you know what? Considering that Blumhouse is behind this movie, they might end up turning it into a game eventually. Knowing these niggas, I don't know. Who knows with them? Who knows with Blumhouse? But they got them one with this. I'm impressed. Blumhouse. I'm very impressed. Which Blumhouse they have like a lot of people like to shit on Blumhouse, but Blumhouse has made a lot of good horror movies. Say what you want about them. They made a lot of good ones and a lot of bad ones, but when they hit hard. Damn, I wish she at least could have got to killed him. That would have been a much better ending. I hate this ending. I do. In a sense, she did kill him, but it wasn't Nikki that killed him. It was the entity, is what I'm gonna call her. The obsessed version of Nikki. Even when he decided to like, okay, I'm gonna do myself in, and take all those pills to OD. I'm just like, yo, I just can't see myself in this situation. I can't see anybody I know in this situation, but be in the situation of what it is. And these are my final thoughts, and I'm gonna get out of your hair. It's a great horror movie. Like I said, it should have been released on Father's Day, and this is part of the reason why I said I thought that's what I thought the ending should be. I thought she should have got some sort of retribution for it. But also, what I think at the end of the movie, they should have showed her like maybe getting a plane ticket to like a different country or something, so she could get because she gotta get the fuck up out of here. Because all of their blood is on her hands, and but it's none of her fault. But how do you explain that? Buy another wish willow and say everybody will understand what I that it's not my fault. Like it's not gonna happen. That nigga bought the last two, and she has no clue about the one wish willow thing. She's I won't get into that, but also with the whole foreshadowing thing from what I was talking about earlier, where he was at the end of the bed, and it was like within that moment, I know that he woke up where he was at the end of the bed with her feet showing that scene. I'll put a picture up here. That part right there. That's when I knew like, okay, so this is probably how it's gonna end, which is it that because directors love doing this. They love doing full circle moments. And normally time you can see like, oh, this is explicitly where the director is trying to go like, okay, so this is where the things are finna flip, and you're gonna see it in the end. When he was laying on the ground while she was laying in the bed with her feet at the end of the bed, for him it was like a dream for him. It was like a dream. But now with the tables turned and with the twist that horror is able to give, this is a nightmare for her, with him being on the floor again, but this time, dead, of course, and with her fully alive, even though, and having full consciousness of herself, and him having none, and him going out, like being obsessed because of course, she made the wish for him to be obsessed with her, and which he was for a brief moment, but, dies immediately after that, which he deserved. Although I do wish it was a little bit better, because I like the movie They Will Kill You. That's one of my favorite, because I think that movie dropped this year. If it wasn't this year, it was last year. But that's one of my favorite horror movies. Plus, I'm a huge Zazie Beetz fan, so I support anything she does. Outside of that, I saw Hokum, which is that's a good horror movie. You should go check that out if you haven't seen that. The only thing that I think was missing from this whole experience of the obsession content was the fact that it should have dropped on or around Father's Day. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Great movie. If y'all want to see more movie recap, reviews, breakdowns, make sure y'all hit the like. Make sure y'all comment. What you thought about the movie, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm Alex. This has been Reaction, and stay blessed. Yeah, same message, different channel. Yep.